There is a question, one that has echoed through petrolhead circles for decades. Not in boardrooms, not in marketing departments, but on late-night drives, in quiet garages, and between strangers at fuel stations. What's the answer to every automotive problem? Too slow? Too boring? Too disconnected? The answer is always the same. The Mazda MX-5 Miata. The Japanese have a phrase, Jinba Ittai, horse and rider as one. Not machine and driver, not car and owner, one, and no car embodies that philosophy more honestly, more consistently than the MX-5. While the rest of the automotive world chased numbers, bigger engines, faster lap times, more aggressive styling, Mazda took a completely different path, almost stubbornly so. They asked a simpler question: what actually makes driving fun? And the answer wasn't horsepower. It wasn't top speed. It wasn't even grip, at least not in the way modern cars define it. It was connection, a lightweight chassis that responds instantly, rear-wheel drive that lets you play, not just point. A perfect balance that doesn't fight you but flows with you. And at the center of it all, a manual gearbox that feels mechanical in the best possible way. Not artificial, not filtered. Just metal moving against metal with intention. You don't drive this car. You wear it. You feel the road through the steering wheel, through the seat, through the pedals. Every input matters. Every mistake is yours. Every perfect corner is earned. And somehow, that philosophy has survived for over 3 decades. It started with the Mazda MX-5 Miata NA, the original, the purest expression of the idea. Pop-up headlights that wink at you in the dark. A curb weight barely scraping past 1,000 kilos. No driver aids trying to save you, no screens demanding your attention, just a steering wheel, a gear lever, and an open road. It was inspired by classic British roadsters, cars like the Lotus Elan, but without the oil leaks, the electrical gremlins, and the constant fear that something would fall off mid-corner. This was reliability meeting romance, and people loved it. Not because it was fast, it wasn't, but because it felt alive at speeds where other cars felt asleep. You could push it without risking your license. You could explore its limits without needing a racetrack. It turned ordinary roads into something memorable. Then came the Mazda MX-5 Miata NB. At first glance, it looked like an evolution. And it was. But underneath, it was something more focused. The pop-up headlights were gone. Regulations saw to that. But what replaced them was a tighter, more rigid chassis. Better suspension geometry, slightly more power. If the NA was playful, the NB was precise. It sharpened the experience without losing the soul. Steering became more direct, the chassis more predictable. It rewarded smoother inputs, cleaner lines, better technique. It didn't just want to be driven. It wanted to be driven well. And for many enthusiasts, this is the sweet spot. The perfect balance between old-school charm and modern usability. But then, things changed. The Mazda MX-5 Miata NC arrived. And suddenly the internet had opinions. They made it bigger. They made it heavier. It's a boat. And just like that, the narrative was written. Except, it's wrong. Yes, the NC gained weight. Safety regulations, structural improvements, and a more modern platform made that inevitable. But what most people ignored was what came with it. Because underneath that slightly softer, more rounded design is something very special. A chassis derived from the Mazda RX-8. That's not a downgrade. That's a revelation. The RX-8 was one of the best handling chassis Mazda ever built. Near perfect weight distribution, a wider track, exceptional balance at the limit, and the NC inherited that DNA. So what does that mean on the road? It means stability. It means confidence. It means a car that doesn't just dance, it plants its feet and invites you to push harder. Where the NA and NB feel light and playful, the NC feels composed. Grown up but not boring. It allows you to carry more speed through corners, to brake later, to trust the car beneath you. And yes, out of the box, it's a bit softer. There's more body roll. It doesn't feel as razor sharp, but here's the thing about MX-5s. They're not finished products. They're starting points. A good set of coilovers, better tires, maybe upgraded anti-roll bars. Suddenly, the character changes completely. That softness becomes compliance. That extra weight becomes stability. And the result is a car that's not just fun, but incredibly capable. And right now, in today's market, it's the best value of them all. Then came the latest chapter, the Mazda MX-5 Miata ND. And this was Mazda going back to its roots. Smaller, lighter, more aggressive in its intent. It looked sharper, felt tighter, drove like a return to everything the NA represented, but with modern engineering underneath. And then with the ND2 update, they perfected it. The engine revs higher, 7,500 revolutions per minute. It breathes better. It feels eager, almost impatient, like it's constantly asking you to push just a little bit more. This isn't about straight line speed. It never was. It's about how the car feels between corners, how it transitions, how it communicates. The steering is alive in your hands. The chassis rotates predictably. The gearbox, still one of the best manual transmissions ever made. Short throws, precise engagement, that satisfying mechanical click every time you slot into gear. It's the kind of car that makes you look for excuses to drive. Not because you need to go somewhere, but because you want to feel something. And that brings us to one of the most important parts of the MX-5 story, the culture. Because owning one isn't just about driving it, it's about making it yours. These cars are blank canvases in the purest sense. You can leave them completely stock and enjoy one of the best driving experiences ever created. Or you can build something entirely your own. Lower it, stiffen it, change the wheels, adjust the stance until it feels just right. Add more power if you want. Turbo kits, superchargers, there are endless options. Some builds push well beyond 300 horsepower, which in something this light is borderline ridiculous. But here's the truth, you don't need it, because the magic of the MX-5 isn't in overpowering the chassis. It's in working with it. It's in perfecting your rev matching on downshifts, in finding the ideal racing line on a quiet back road, in feeling the rear rotate just enough as you exit a corner. It teaches you how to drive, and it rewards you when you get it right. Now, if you're thinking about buying one, and you probably are, there are a few things you need to pay attention to. Start with rust, especially on NA and NB models. Check the sills, the wheel arches, the underside. These cars are getting older, and neglect shows. Soft top drains are another common issue. If they're blocked, water can get into the cabin. It's a small thing, but left unchecked, it becomes a big problem. Then there's modifications. A well-built MX-5 is a joy. A poorly built one is a headache waiting to happen. Cheap suspension setups, badly installed turbo kits, questionable wiring, these are all red flags. But when you find a good one, it stands out immediately. Look for cars with a limited slip differential. It transforms how the car behaves under power. Makes it more predictable, more engaging, more fun. Look for service history, regular oil changes, proper maintenance. These engines are reliable, but only if they've been cared for. And if you're still wondering which one to buy, if you're on a tighter budget, the NC is the smart choice. It offers incredible value for what it is. If you want the ultimate modern interpretation, the ND2 is hard to beat. It's sharp, refined, and endlessly enjoyable. And if your heart leans towards something classic, something timeless, a clean NA will always be special. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about choosing a generation. It's about choosing an experience. We live in a world now dominated by heavy SUVs, electric crossovers, cars that are faster than anything that came before them, and yet they feel distant, filtered, disconnected. They isolate you from the road, from the experience, from the very thing that used to make driving exciting. But the Mazda MX-5 Miata refuses to follow that trend. It stays simple. It stays honest. It reminds you that driving was never meant to be passive. It was meant to be felt. The wind, the sound, the movement of the car beneath you. That moment when everything clicks. When the road, the car, and you become one. That's Jinba Ittai. And that's why, after all these years, after 4 generations and millions of cars, it's still the king. Not because it's the fastest, not because it's the most powerful, but because it understands something most modern cars have forgotten. Driving isn't about getting somewhere. It's about how you feel along the way.